All right, focus. All right. Yo, what's up, y'all? So, I wanted to come on here and update y'all on the channel real quick and the new direction that the channel is going to be taking here. I feel like it's going to be really exciting, but I kind of wanted to go back and explain why I came to this conclusion as to why the channel needs to change. I feel like the state of YouTube right now is why I want to change the channel. But I feel like right now YouTube sucks, just because it's turned into a content machine. And I feel like a lot of what YouTube wants to do is they want you to be on there just watching constantly, like locked in like Clockwork Orange. Like they want you to just be strapped to your chair and just watching everything. And the way they do that is by making you very comfortable with what you're watching. And it really hinders the way that people grow on YouTube. And this has been a thing that's always happened since like literally 10 years ago. I've been on YouTube for like 15 years uploading consistently. So I've seen how channels have blown up and you know how it's changed because of the algorithm, and this is the worst it's ever been. I feel like just because the content machine concept and philosophy of YouTube is so prevalent, it's just hindered so many different channels from growing. So if you think about how you go on YouTube now, think about what you do when you go on YouTube. You probably go on your sub box and you look at the same video from the same guy who uploads every single day, and you've been probably doing that for like the past 5 years or something like that. And if you really think about it, when was the last time you really found a new channel that you fell in love with, let alone a smaller channel that you really fell in love with? Like, think about that. When was the last time you really found a bunch of really good channels within YouTube? Like, not even counting external stuff, but within YouTube. When was the last time you found a great channel that was smaller that you still watch like every single day? It's kind of hard to think about that. And it's just because becoming like smaller channels on YouTube, I think my channel is still like small in the grand scheme of things now. But you know, I've been uploading on YouTube for 15 years, like whether it was consistently or not, between like 4 different channels. And it's kind of hard to grow on YouTube, let alone like actually get your videos out there. And it's so, I guess the word is like inconsistent and sporadic. What I want to do is try to experiment with new things, even though YouTube doesn't want me to experiment with it. Because I feel like I've been put inside of this box, and YouTube does this with their algorithm now. It's where they'll put you in a box and they're like, hey, you are the JRPG guy, you are the trails guy, don't do anything outside of that. It's like, you can do things adjacent to it, but don't do anything outside of that, because if you do, we're not showing your video to anyone. And that's what's been happening with my recent videos for the past like year. It's been pretty bad. So like usually my videos can get up to like the 1K 2K viewpoint pretty easily, but if I do anything outside of that, it's like double digits. Like we're not showing you anything. Like it's pretty bad, and that kind of hurts, you know. Like it kind of hurts my drive to do stuff, because I'm constantly still writing and thinking about things to do, but I'm like, oh, I can't even talk about this because the algorithm is not gonna like that at all. And that's not a really fun way to create at all. Like it feels very limiting, you know. I can't talk about things that I actually want to talk about. Like, I don't know. Let's look at this. Like I really like Ryuichi Sakamoto. Obviously, I have this, the poster and everything. I can't really talk about that. I can't talk about 454. You know, I can't talk about. I talked about Kanye on this channel, but we're not gonna talk about Kanye. We're not gonna do that. But like, if I want to talk about any of that stuff, I basically have to make a completely different channel. And I have to go hard on that channel, because if I just make one video and not do anything else, it's gonna count me as dead, and I just can't branch out at all, period. I just feel like as someone who's like growing and getting older, like I'm going through a pretty big transition in my life, and my experiences and taste is like refining into different things. It's very interesting, but I feel like my channel as it is now is not able to really grow with me and my chase, just because I've had this YouTube channel since I was 14, and the YouTube algorithm still is placing me in this 14-year-old box. Like, that's crazy. Like, you see what I'm saying? I feel like I kind of have to slowly gear out of that, and I can't make the stuff I really actually want to make because the algorithm is holding me back. But something I've also been thinking about is the purpose of the channel. Like, why am I doing this channel now, and why have I always done this channel? And when I was younger, it was definitely like an emotional outlet and a place to practice, you know, different skills, and a place to connect with people. Those are always my 3 biggest things. I don't really need YouTube as an emotional outlet anymore, just because I'm a grown-ass man now. But I do like sharing how media has impacted me and, you know, the way that it has kind of interacted with my emotions, I guess. Another way, as I said before, is connecting with people. When I was younger, I didn't have a lot of people to talk to about different things that I like, just because like they were always so niche and like people were always kind of like, I don't even know what that is. So it's still kind of like that with trails, but now I have people to talk about pretty much anything I want to talk about with. And I feel like sharing it on YouTube is kind of a bonus now for me. And it's not like my sole interaction with the things that I like. Just because like I have a lot more interest too, so I don't need someone to talk about a lot of this stuff with, but I just like sharing my experience with it. And as I said before, like honing my craft, that's still always, I think, what the biggest thing for me on YouTube is just honing my craft. Like, I like breaking down things and understanding why they work the way they do and the different techniques that were used and why it's so effective, why it's so appealing, why things do and don't work, how the music production works, how the music techniques work behind things. And I feel like I'll always be able to like do that and really understand that. And I feel like that's really been the main focus of my channel, and it's not going to stop there. But I think what I want to do now more of is go delve more into that connection aspect. Because for me right now, my main like internet connection with people has always been on Twitter. I've met a lot of really cool people on Twitter. A lot of them are pretty close friends with me now in person. Shout out to y'all. I actually hang out with a lot of people that I met on Twitter, and I've done a lot of really big things with people that I met on Twitter, but Elon Musk has ruined Twitter, and I don't think we're ever going to get that back. I don't want to go to TikTok, so we're kind of falling back on what we have here and trying to build a community on YouTube, which is why I'm trying to gear towards this. Something that I have noticed with my own content is that I'm pretty much just kind of monologuing at people, and I'm kind of just like, hey, this is what I think, and then sometimes it'll trickle in on what they think, but it's usually just people talking directly to me. And I want to have more of a dialogue and a discussion between multiple types of different people. I want to build like more of a community, I guess is a way to put it, to where we can actually discuss multiple things consistently instead of it just being like certain groups just commenting random stuff on me without any, you know, it just doesn't hit. Like a lot of my YouTube comments are people just saying, that was dumb, I don't like that you don't like this character, that was good, great job, what's this song? Like it's not really, I'm not connecting with people. People are just watching my stuff and consuming, I hate that word in relation to content, but they're just consuming my videos and like, hey, give me, where's this video, where's this at, give me this, give me this, give me this. And it's like, it's like a give take thing where I'm just putting stuff out and people are eating it and they're not saying anything. It feels really weird. So I want to have more of like a connection to where we're actually like discussing things. And so the way I want to do this is by bringing people onto the channel in different ways, whether it's like me actually sharing people's videos and saying, hey, I really like this, like you should check this guy out, or having them come onto the stream that I'm gonna I guess announce later. I didn't really bring that up, but I kind of jumped a step. But I do want to stream and like bring people onto the stream and say, hey, this guy is working on this, or this is my friend from this video, you know, this experience that I've had, we're going to talk about this, and like just have it be more of an event thing. And this is something that I've noticed that a lot of my favorite channels now are doing. You know, a lot of channels have always done that. Etika, as you know, obviously Etika is a big influence to me. If you know me personally, if you're looking at me physically right now in the video, you can see that I'm pretty inspired by Etika. I feel like that's something that I really want to aspire to be kind of near, is to be able to have that kind of connection with my audiences, the same one that Etika has. It's not about content. I want it to be more about connection, while still also balancing like the video essay nature of my channel, just because I still love doing that. And it's very time consuming, but I want to have more of a connection on this channel, just because I think that's a good way for us to kind of bring back that connection element of the internet, just because I feel like the internet and just socially we aren't really connecting with people as much anymore. This is getting deep, bro. Like, oh my god, if you know me, you know I talk about this all the time. Like, I feel like it's very important to connect with people, and that's just something we're kind of lacking now, is being able to connect with people even through the stuff that we have, just because everything is consume, like, please feed me, do this, do that. It's so bad. Like, everyone's so entitled to stuff, and I feel like we just need to kind of get over that and just become focused on communities again, just everywhere. This is my first announcement, but one of the biggest things that I'm doing right now is I'm actually going to be interviewing the creator of Stardew Valley, Eric Barone. I met him recently. I'll talk about it more in the interview. It's happening next week, I think on Sunday. The video will be out next week, but I'm gonna have him on the channel. I'm gonna talk with him about a bunch of different stuff, but I want to do more of that, where I'm like bringing people who have a certain expertise or perspective or opinion onto the channel, and we're talking about different things. That way we're having more of a dialogue and not just a monologue, and we're building community. And I mainly want to do this just because the internet kind of sucks right now. Like, Twitter is cool. I've met a lot of really cool people online and offline. Like, a lot of my closest friends out here are actually people I met on Twitter, which is crazy to me. But now that Elon Musk took over Twitter, and I'm not gonna say what I want to say about him, but he destroyed Twitter and it sucks now. And there's not really a place to really connect with people like that on the internet anymore, aside from maybe TikTok. But like, I'm staying away from TikTok. You know, that's really what I'm gonna do. I guess second announcement is that I'm gonna try to use the community tab a lot more to try to interact with a lot of people, and I want to have more structured, like, I guess, streams where I'm like, hey, we're gonna talk about this today. Come through on the stream. It's gonna be scheduled on this day. We're gonna talk about this. I'm directly stealing this from multiple people that I follow, because I think that structure really works well, and I feel like it'd be kind of interesting to try to bring that onto the channel. So I don't have a specific date for that, but just in the future, look out for that. Turn notifications on. I know that, you know, I hate doing the 94% of y'all aren't subscribed or don't have the bell on, but like, I don't blame y'all. Notifications are annoying on YouTube, but I feel like that's pretty much everything that I have. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to come on here and just update y'all. It got really, you know, sociological, and we really talked about a lot of different stuff, but that's kind of what I want to have more of. It's just kind of a direct communication between us and y'all. I guess the call to action here is, how do you feel about the current state of YouTube right now? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's cheeks, like Dookie Dog Water? Do you think it's okay? Have you found a lot of recent, like, really good channels that you want to share? How do you feel about YouTube? Do you have anything you want to share? That's what I'm asking y'all. So just let me know. I'll see y'all soon. Oh, the Kuro video. That's something I had to talk about too. Kuro video. I finished Kuro no Kiseki. Good game. Probably top 3. The script is like 15 pages long. I'm editing it right now. I'm at the end of the script, but I have to actually video edit it and get footage for it, and also record the script, which is, I'm not even putting a timeline on that, but just know it's coming relatively soon. Trademark symbol. You will get that video. I'm not stopping the trails videos. I'm not stopping the video essays. I'm just trying to do more stuff on the channel just to be a little bit more active. But yeah, let me know what you feel. Did you like this type of video? Did I yap too much? Did I meander? Are you still even here? Let me know, and I'll catch y'all later. As a matter of fact, I was the one who said I love you first. It was about 8 years ago. Don't act like you don't know.